Have you ever found yourself faced with an important task, but just couldn't take the first step? That moment when, instead of acting, you catch yourself scrolling through your phone, watching random videos, or even tidying up your desk, anything, to avoid facing what really needs to get done. Procrastination can become a tough trap to escape, but the good news is, it's possible to break this cycle of inaction. The key lies in understanding that pushing your brain to tackle challenges can be much simpler than it seems. And no, it's not about a Herculean effort of willpower. The secret is in creating small systems that trick your mind into moving without even realizing it. Our minds, by nature, tend to avoid discomfort and seek pleasure. Imagine it like a cozy blanket on a cold day, far more inviting than the icy breeze of a difficult task. When something seems hard, the brain sends out an alert, triggering doubts, insecurities, fear of failure, and often paralyzing perfectionism. That task, which should be simple, ends up feeling like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. That's exactly what happened to Jake. Every time he tried to start an important report, he found himself doing anything else, watching videos, washing dishes, rearranging his desk. He even tried to force himself into action with strategies, but always ended up procrastinating, until finally he decided to change his approach. Instead of seeing the report as an insurmountable monster, he broke it down into simple steps. First, he just opened the document. Then he wrote a rough outline, without worrying about making it perfect. For every small win, he rewarded himself with something simple, a coffee, a short walk, or a few minutes watching something he enjoyed. The result? It worked. What once seemed like a terrifying mountain turned into a series of small hills, easy to climb. And you know what? The small rewards really make a difference. They give the brain the recognition that the effort is worth it, creating ongoing motivation to keep going. So why not try it yourself? Finish a simple task and reward yourself with something you enjoy, a snack, a relaxing break, or something fun. By teaching your brain to value effort, you turn big challenges into achievable victories, one step at a time. Jen, our neighbor, had a habit of procrastinating whenever she started her writing projects, until she discovered a fun way to stay motivated. She rewarded herself with a 5-minute dance break after each writing session. "It's like my mini celebration," she used to say, laughing. This small change, full of positive energy, helped Jen significantly transform her productivity. After all, joy is an excellent motivator. In addition, sharing her goals with a friend who kept her accountable had a profound impact. Knowing that someone was cheering her on brought a sense of support and commitment, turning tasks into something less lonely and more enjoyable. This simple act of having someone by her side made all the difference, as the support of another person can turn even the most challenging moments into opportunities for growth. Step-by-step implementation example. Now, let's turn these strategies into a practical and easy-to-implement plan. Suppose you've been putting off the task of organizing your desk because you felt overwhelmed, and this procrastination started to feel endless. Imagine then that you decide to adopt a new method, breaking the project into small, manageable steps to make it more accessible. How to organize your desk effectively. 1. Identify the task. Organize your desk. 2. Break it down into steps. Clear the surface. Sort papers into 2 piles, keep and discard. Arrange essential items in a functional way. 3. Set a time. Schedule a 5-minute timer right after lunch when you're more energized. 4. Shift your mindset. Remember, I'm doing this to create an environment that nurtures my creativity. 5. Reward yourself. After completing each step, treat yourself to something simple, like a quick walk outside or a piece of chocolate. This will create a sense of accomplishment that keeps you motivated and engaged. With these small but powerful changes, you will begin to notice a significant difference in how you approach your tasks and challenges. These simple adjustments can create a positive cycle of productivity, where each small, successful step leads to the next. Now, as we reflect on this story, we can simplify the steps even further, making them not only easier to manage, but also more ready to apply in your daily life. That night, while we were chatting casually, I suggested to Jordan, "What if you just commit to 5 minutes and see what happens?" He, hesitant at first, decided to follow the advice, and within minutes, he was completely absorbed in what had previously seemed like an overwhelming challenge. Each small victory, no matter how insignificant it seemed, pushed him forward even more, and soon the big project turned into several simple, manageable tasks. It was impressive how quickly his perspective on the challenge transformed, and what once seemed insurmountable became completely accessible. To recap, start now. Commit to just 5 minutes to break the initial barrier of resistance and take the first step. The important thing is to get started. Shift your mindset. Changing the way you view the task can make all the difference. Sometimes the magnitude of the goal paralyzes us, but when we focus on the process, it becomes lighter. Break it down. Divide the big goal into smaller steps that you can easily manage. Each completed part is a victory that brings you closer to success. This way, even the biggest challenge can become more accessible, as each small win motivates you even more, creating a positive cycle of progress. Strategies to make difficult tasks easier. Break it into steps. Turn the challenge into smaller parts that are easier to manage. Clarity on what to do next reduces the feeling of overwhelm. Reward and accountability. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and involve someone who can track your progress. This increases motivation and creates a sense of commitment. Habit stacking. Associate the difficult task with something you already do regularly, making it feel more natural to carry out. Remember, facing challenges isn't just about willpower. It's about creating systems that align with your lifestyle and make overcoming obstacles easier. By turning challenges into opportunities for growth, each step becomes more meaningful. I hope these suggestions offer you a fresh perspective. Until next time, keep moving forward, celebrating every achievement, and being amazed by your own progress.